Vlogmas is over and I'm going to give you an update this week, so stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lydia. If you're new here, I have been on this ketogenic low-carb lifestyle of mine for over 3.5 years on my mission, my quest to a healthier me. I have lost a little over 80 pounds to date, and I'm trying to inch closer and closer to losing 100 pounds. I'm going to tell you where I am currently, what the holidays have been like for me, and how 2022 is ending. Right. We did Vlogmas. I cannot believe we got through it. I think I only missed one day out of those 25 days. It was rough. It was hard. I needed that break, a few days to just kind of decompress a little bit and not record everything and not pick apart everything that I've been doing just for a few days. And then I wanted to pop on and kind of give you a 2022 wrap up before we start fresh in 2023. So this week literally was survival mode. I just needed to get through this week without flying off the rails, without ending up 10 pounds heavier, which is what I did last year. Last year during December was a rough month because I got off on Thanksgiving. I spent the entire December just trying to offset that, but yet failing miserably. And I had a lot of off keto days during the month of December last year. And I was up 8 to 10 pounds in 1 month from Thanksgiving to New Year's Eve, up 10 pounds last year. So that was something that I was really worried about this year. I didn't want to gain 10 pounds during the holidays because I knew it could be done. I knew I could easily do it. And I was just trying to survive. I was just trying to get through the day. So this week, I didn't want to have any super restrictions on me at all. I didn't weigh my food or measure my food. I didn't track it in an app. I didn't make myself go on walks or hit 10,000 steps. I didn't have any restrictions of what I can and can't eat because I knew that I was like this close to throwing your hands up in the air and having non-keto for an entire week. And I did that during the cruise in March and it didn't fare well for me. So I was really just trying to take it day by day this week. And mentally, for my mental health, that's how I needed to approach after Vlogmas between Christmas and New Year's to kind of get by. I noticed that I did partake in a few non-keto items come the Christmas week. And I think what made it harder for me to accept was that they were not planned moments. They were moments of weakness, which is something that I never had before. Like normally I would plan, okay, I'm going to have sushi today, or Thanksgiving, I'm going to be off on Thanksgiving. So it was premeditated and 100% planned, but this time it wasn't. I was trying to stay the course and I was trying to keep myself to be good, and every moment that I did something that wasn't good, I felt very guilty about and very judgmental on myself about it. So that's what I wanted to tread lightly, because as I was seeing a trend happen during the holidays to where I was trying so hard to stay the course, and then I would have a slip up, and then I would beat myself up about it and feel very guilty about it, and then get mad at myself for doing that. So then I would slip up again, and I was about to see the entire week go down in flames and be up 20 pounds by the new year. So I had to take it day by day. And that's what I did. Now, mind you, if I did partake in something that was non-keto, I did it and I moved on this week. If I drank, more often than I would have liked to, I did it and I moved on from this week. So I was trying to practice forgiveness on myself. Also, another thing that I did this week was I did a vision board. Now, last year I did an actual vision board where I cut out things from a magazine and pasted it on a poster board and put it up in front of my vanity where I get to see it every single day. This time I did a little bit something different. So the vision board that I decided to create this time around was more of a virtual vision board. I went into Canva and started dropping pictures in and words in, and kind of made a virtual scrapbook of what I want to see for myself in 2023. What kinds of things do I want to attract to myself, and not necessarily goals, because the difference that I saw from last year's vision board to this year's vision board was my goals. I wanted to hit a certain number on the scale. I wanted to lose a certain amount of weight. I wanted to hit a certain size. And I thought if I exercised more and if I ate these foods, then I would A plus B equals C kind of thing, along with other things in my life that I wanted to accomplish as far as my business, financial, quality time with family and friends and things like that. But this time around, I was like, instead of focusing on a goal that I am constantly trying to hit, I wanted to focus on other things. I wanted to focus on being mentally happy. I wanted to focus on being kind to myself, to being forgiving to myself, to not being so hard on myself. And that's something that I loom the word restriction over, because years and years of dieting and getting into a lifestyle like keto and low carb, there is a sense of restriction, things you can't have, things you shouldn't do if you want to hit these goals. And I think that's been the hardest part for me in this journey of mine, is battling that diet mentality, battling that idea of what I can't have, and then when I slip up, and then getting mad at myself for being weak, and it's just a vicious cycle. So what I want to do differently in 2023 is lay off the restrictions, lay off of the negative talk of the things I can't have, the things I can't do, the things I'm not doing right or not doing enough, to the goals that I'm not reaching, the sizes that I currently am not. I don't want to focus on those negative words, and I just kind of want to relax a bit and not worry so much about that. And I was trying to be a little bit more mindful with my mental health during this time, because it's so easy for me to put so much pressure on myself to hit certain goals, and then when I don't hit them, feel a certain way about myself. The negative talk starts to come in, the frustration, the disappointment, depression. Like I get so hard on myself about not reaching certain goals that it doesn't really push me to strive more. It ends up going, well, then what is all this for, right? And I'm sure a lot of people who have been on a diet most of their lives, like I have, know what it's like to succeed, but also know what it's like to fail over and over and over again. And when I put such lofty goals for myself, when I say I need to lose 100 pounds, by this amount of time, or I want to lose 5 pounds this month, and I don't reach that goal, it feels less and less like I am capable to do it. So that's why I feel so frustrated with myself and frustrated with where I am. And it feels like it's a hamster wheel that keeps going and going and not getting anywhere. And then that frustrates me. So looking back in 2022, I realized a lot this ride. All right, let's talk weigh-in for the month of December. This month, I started off at 177.0. My goal was I wanted to get down to 173. So I had said I wanted to lose 4 pounds in December. I was trying to be moderate with my goals. I thought if I could do 1 pound a week till the end of the month, I could get to those goals. I weighed in every week, and I ended December at 178.6. So I did not lose and hit the 173 this month. I did gain 1.6 pounds the month of December, which pretty much is a maintain when you think about it. It's 1.5 pounds. Last year, like I said, I gained 8 to 10 pounds. So I will see it as a win in that respect. But yes, I did end up gaining this month instead of losing. Now, to look at how my 2022 went, I started the year off at 180.4, and I weighed in today at 178.6. So overall, in the entire year of 2022, I had an overall loss of 1.8 pounds. Wasn't a gain. So that is a win. I lost weight this year. Now, mind you, it was less than 2 pounds, so pretty much, it was a maintain. So when I think about that and I say, okay, in all of 22, I pretty much maintained, but I didn't live my life as if I was maintaining my weight. I lived my life this entire year as trying to hit goals, right? I was trying to get down to 165, so it could be 100 pounds lost. I was trying to chisel off weight every single month. I've had a rocky up and down this entire 2022 when it came to weight loss, especially when, I was starting to lose weight in January, February, and then March, it went up. March, April, May was pretty high. Then it, was trying to go slowly back down by the end of the year. So it's been a rocky 2022 to say the least. But I'm very proud that I did lose weight and not gain weight this year, but I don't want to start thinking in terms of restriction again, because I spent all of 2022 like a, what do you call it? A rabbit wheel, or what do you call it? A hamster wheel. Like I feel like I was just treading in place. Like I was frantically trying to get somewhere and not getting anywhere at all. And that realization hit me and say, why did I want to spend all year in a hamster wheel? Is that what it's called, right? Hamster wheel. Why do I want to spend all year just running in place and not getting anywhere? And yet being mentally exhausted, tired, feeling, depressed, or feeling let down about myself, or feeling, a certain type of way about me not hitting goals, these goals that I set for myself. Literally been on this journey for 3.5 years trying to get somewhere. And every day that I'm not there feels like a failure, because then it's like, I'm trying to get here and I'm not getting there. I'm trying to get here and I'm not getting there. Literally 3.5 years of that. And I was like, the past 2 years I've been maintaining. The past 2 years, I haven't seen much of a weight loss. But yet I'm constantly going into this hamster wheel. I don't know why I keep wanting to say rabbit wheel. I keep going into this hamster wheel of treading in place and feeling still like I'm not successful, even though I know I am, for how far I've come to where I am today. And the fact that I haven't gained it all back, the fact that I could see where I've been and where I am now, I know that I'm a success. But because I'm constantly focused on goals, constantly focused on where I'm not right now, of where I want to be, you lose sight of how far you've come. You lose sight of the fact that you are a success. And that's what I want to stop doing in 2023. I want to stop with the negative talk and feeling like a failure and not getting to anywhere, and yet maintaining, staying in the same spot and feeling like that's not a successful move. Like I want to start talking to myself differently. I want to start feeling differently about this journey. I want to start enjoying the ride and not feeling like it's a failure every time I don't hit a certain number. So it's been a huge growth moment this week in figuring out, as I reflect on 2022, and going into 2023, what do I want to do differently? How do I want to see this journey progress? How do I want to talk to myself? How do I want to feel at the end of it? And at the end of it, it's like, I don't want to feel like I'm constantly restricting myself and a bunch of no's and a bunch of bad talk, and you're not there yet. And why is it taking you so long? And why is this so hard for you? And why aren't you exercising more? And why did you have an off keto day? And why are you beating yourself up? Like, I'm tired of talking to myself in a negative way. So in 2023, I vow to enjoy the moments, enjoy the world, enjoy the journey, enjoy my life, and not necessarily try to hit a number on the scale. I'm going to still track everything as far as my weight, my weigh-ins, and I want to make sure I am not gaining, but I'm going to lay off of the hamster wheel of treading in place and not getting anywhere. So anyway, that being said, I do want to tell you my highest weight of 2022 was recorded in May, and it was 189. And my lowest weight of 2022 was recorded in January, when I weighed in at the end of January trying to lose the holiday weight gain that I had December before. And my lowest weight was recorded then at 175.4. So literally I went from 175, my lowest weight at the end of January, and it just gradually went up and up and up. And especially after that cruise, it peaked up in May at 189. I'm sure I saw 189 a few times this year. And it took everything, the rest of the second half of the year, from June to today to chisel off from 189 to 178.6, just to get me 1.8 pounds less than where I started the new year off. So it's like all of this was for nothing. Like all of the stress, all of the, disappointment, all of the frustration, all of it was for nothing. I literally weigh the same, but I spent 2022 stressing about it all. And that's not what I want to do in 2023. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment. How did you do in 2022? Are you happy with where you are today? Are you going to do anything different in 2023? I'd love 2023. Yeah. I'd love to hear about it. Post it in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.